Hello, everybody. How's it going today? John here. What if I could scroll portrait design and woodworks? How's everybody doing? Hey, three people that are watching right now currently.
Hello. You sound like you're in a.
Hello, everybody. How's it going today? John here. What if I could scroll portrait design and woodworks?
Hi.
I changed my mic over. Welcome in, everybody. I have five people for that. Just went up by two. Larry there and Lacey is out there. Hello, Larry and Lacey. I want to welcome in all my subscribers and my members as well. Just give me 1 second. I'll throw my membership video up there for you guys. Boopity boop 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 boop. There we go. Bloop 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 bloop.
Happy Saturday to you guys.
It's Saturday. How do you know Jessica's here, Lacey? I'm the only one on the screen. How do you know Jessica's here?
What? Where?
Are you sure it's Jessica? It could be somebody else.
Where?
It could be Joe. Maybe it's Joe.
Where?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe right there. There you are. Where?
Oh,
There she is. Oh, you hear her. Ah. What do you work on today?
I've got packages
Oh, to open or to send?
to send.
Oh, to send out. Yeah, that's something I gotta get tasked on that too.
Yeah.
My packages get sent as much as my projects get finished. Hashtag uncompleted. Hashtag unfinished scroll saw projects.
What? You?
Yeah. That's my issue.
Some of us are very aware.
You are? No.
Hashtag.
Hashtag.
Uh-oh. You're going to go viral now.
Yeah. How's that gonna happen? You know, we were talking a while ago about how would John get a viral video, and Larry's like, "Oh, why don't you just make some Tiger lampshades? There you go, viral with that." I said, "Well, yeah, but then I got to get Herb's pattern still from him in order to do that." Hey, Herb, how's it going?
What? Herb? Herbie? What are you doing, Herb? How are you doing?
Yeah, I got to get a couple patterns off of Herb to do my lampshades, my curved lampshades, scroll sawed curved lampshades.
Okay. Almost
You think that'll be
perverted.
Okay? Well, what other shape are lampshades?
Usually not curved.
Really? They're not curved?
Well, when you say lampshade, and all lampshades have that, or they're straight up and down.
Straight up and down.
Yeah, they don't have to have any kind of, they're flat on the sides and it's just a circle.
Circle.
The lampshades, most people are going to assume they're circles.
Like
so when
columns?
you say curve, are you going to say, like, is it going to be like a cone shape? Like.
Okay, so like
cut the pattern at the bottom?
Cut the pattern out first, right? And then curve them like cylinder shape, right? So they're cylinders, but they're not going to be cylinders because they're going to be conical.
They're going to be like a cone. Ooh, that's nice.
Yes.
Put
Like an
them
actual
in
nut.
the
Do you think that would make a viral video? Considering I've never seen anybody else make a scroll sawed. I've never seen anybody else do scroll sawed lampshades. And Larry, we've been talking about that for what? For 4 years now, we've been talking about that. Sort of a triangle shape. No, I got to make them. They got to be shaped like this. They got to be shaped like this. They got to be shaped like this. Shaped like zo, 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 like that. Shaped like that. That way. Where are my scissors?
Hey, Jeanette. I'm back.
Hello, Jeanette. How's it going?
And Chris. Hey, Larry, 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 Larry.
Chris, you back from camping yet? It's shaped like zo. So when I assemble it like zo, well, it's gonna be. I'm gonna have to work on the shape of it though.
Yeah.
And then the back side will be stitched together with leather, I'm thinking. Stitch on the back. Lampshade.
And what's the? So just to go viral is what you want out of this.
Sure.
Yeah.
It is no big feat, right? You know, it's nothing. You know, no big deal to ask for. You know, just one viral video is all anybody really needs. Oh, did I just ask if you were getting back from camping yet? Or are you still out getting our Blackstone ready for the season? But you were just out camping in it. I thought it was already ready. Because you had to get something repacked. Wheel bearings or something, didn't you? Yeah, I know. There's no rhyme or reason why somebody doesn't go viral. And I don't understand why. Like I was actually just watching a short about some photographer that got 23 million views on the video that she did to set up this perfect wedding shot, but her photography business got like 0 hits on it. Like she may have gotten like 10 or 20 out of 23 million views, right, on her video. I don't really need a viral video. Like nobody really needs a viral video.
Sounds like a virus.
Yeah, I know. But the thing is like, you know, if I do a viral video, that means I got to do more videos. I don't know what's worse, right?
Right. Oh.
Oh, getting your Blackstone Griddler. What's a Blackstone Griddler? Oh, and you know what? I think I saw one the other day at UFA store. Blackstone Griddler. Yes, I seen one at UFA Farm Store. I was there buying wood for signs I made yesterday. There was a 24-inch and a 36-inch one. And they were not this much. The selling one at Walmart says $600 at Walmart.
Whoa.
36-inch wall, 36-inch Blackstone. Because the one I seen was like $400 for a 36-inch one.
All right, Mr. Stam's apparently on something because Dwight, $600
for a grill, yeah. For a griddle. A griddle. Basically like a portable commercial laptop.
Mm-hmm. Hello,
Fred,
hello, hello.
we got burgers.
I would be on camera, but I need to go change my shirt and put my makeup on.
Are you
Okay,
saying
Robin.
I look bad, Herb?
No,
John
it's a
gets
dig
the
on Robin.
joke.
It's a dig on Robin.
I was about to say, because, like, I know I didn't, like, change my clothes or anything, but damn, you didn't have to call me out, man. So,
Mike,
You
how's it
look
going, buddy?
You look beautiful today.
Beautimous.
thank you.
And I look like Shabangi.
Shabangi,
I will
really?
have to
No, not that
Yeah,
bad.
I look like hammered shit. What I look like.
Well, Herb.
Have you guys seen what Mike Kim's been working on lately?
No,
Dance
really
with our
ain't been
bird.
on YouTube.
No, on Facebook. Look at that. And his thought process behind everything he makes is just freaking phenomenal.
Phenomenon.
Jeanette's wanting to know if you got her message, Jessica.
Not yet.
Like Mike's thought process behind everything is freaking amazing.
We had
He
some,
must have been an engineer in his previous life.
Yeah, see, there's like his starting process right there. So he'll turn this into this, right? Like everything Mike does is so impressive. Like it's freaking. I saw this one. I'm like, how did you even manage that, Mike? How'd you manage that, Mike?
There's a will, there's a way.
Yeah, I understand a cube in a cube, which I've actually never made yet. I want to make a cube in a cube. This is like a cube in a cube, only it's like a related dodecahedron inside of a dodecahedron, right? It's amazing work, Mike. It really is.
Chris will be back. If I don't talk too much, don't hold it against me because it's hard to talk.
Well, I was just going to ask you, your throat sounds better. You sound better than you did the other day. Are you actually able to keep food down? Like, what are you eating now?
Yogurt.
What about, can you eat scrambled eggs or?
I'm having trouble still swallowing scrambled eggs. But I'm hungry today and I'm going to try to eat an enchilada.
Oh, I don't know.
an enchilada. Well, it's softer.
Hell, the only thing you can do is kill me.
Yeah, but he can't swallow.
Well, where is that lies the problem there?
But he can't swallow scrambled eggs. So he's going to swallow an enchilada. An enchilada. Enchilada.
Baby bites. Baby bites.
Baby bats.
Enchiladas sound good.
So Annie, yeah, that was quite a little story you told there.
Oh, you mean when I said, here comes the storm and the storm hit?
Yep. What, number one. Number two, that the tree fell on the woodpile, so that was lucky there. And that the other tree.
But that one was only maybe 10 inches around. The one that almost hit Anthony's room was a double tree, and it's like 85 feet tall.
Wow.
And what it was is the other day we were out there looking at it, and it, you know how you have the double trees and you have the crotch, what we call the crotch. And you could see where that one was splitting away. It was just hairline, but you could see it was starting. And one side of it was dead and the other side was not. So I told Bill, I said, we need to take the dead one off. And I said, maybe the other one, will stay up for a while. So we had tied guide ropes to it and pulled it up the hill. So when it fell, it would fall away from the house. And we was waiting for him to have a day off. Now we don't have to mess with it. But what really scared me is when I went out there and seen how shallow the root system on that tree was. I am surprised the tree got that tall.
So what kind of trees are they?
I believe that was a sycamore.
Wood one?
Uh-huh. It was definitely a wooden one, yes.
I knew it. I knew it.
I mean, that tree, I don't know how long the tree was there before we bought, but, we bought the property 25 years ago. My kids had a rope swing in it for years and a tire and played on it. Hey, Jeanette.
Sycamore trees have a robust and widespread root system, typically extend 10 to 15 feet deep, and their spread can be 2 to 3 times the width of the canopy.
Well, then they must have snapped off because they are not that long. And that's all rock back there. That's one of the reasons all them trees were wanting to get them cut down. But that tree, to have it cut down, was going to cost us $4,000.
Well, now you got it done for free.
Yeah.
It says here that a large portion of the root system, up to 90%, can be within the top 2 feet of the soil.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
It's not deep. They said there was 14 people dead in Kentucky due to that storm because tornado hit there. And from what me and my back neighbor, because she said that she heard it roaring and was getting ready to step out, and her husband grabbed her around the waist and pulled her into the hallway and said, "Don't go out to the front of the house because it's all windows." They had one tree come down way up on the hill from them.
Yes, they're. Hey, Mark, how's it going? How's it going today, Mark? So they're showing the root system looking like that.
Yep, that's about what it looks like. Only it's a double tree. But I was sitting there and I was thinking while I was cooking dinner, looking out the window at it, I'm bummed because I know that had to kill my my hosta. I have what it's called a ghost hosta. It's white, but it has to grow under a canopy. It has to be in complete shade. And I'd put it under that tree, because that was complete shade. There was never any sunlight there. I bet it killed it.
Wow. Too bad.
Growing that thing for 3 years.
Hostas are pretty resilient, though. They should come back.
Well, I know, but even if it comes back, I'm going to have to find a completely shaded space to plant it in. And where we've had so many trees come down, I guess I'm going to have to go on the other side of the house because it stays shaded there because of the hill. But they're so cool. They have white leaves, broad, and then it has purple veins. Very cool looking plant.
So what are you gonna do with the sycamore that fell down?
Cut it up and use it for firewood next winter.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
You should you should just rent a portable sawmill and just buck it up and let it sit for 3 years and sell your slabs off at $3,000 a piece. I'm telling you.
Yeah, but think of all the free firewood.
Think of the $3,000 a piece that you can buy firewood with. Out of your 12 slabs you're getting.
Yeah, but how long would that take?
3 years. Oh, well, basically you go down and rent your portable sawmill. You buck it up first, right? And you go down and rent your portable sawmill, throw it on, it cuts your slabs for you, you sticker them, put them in the back part of your lot for now, let them season for like 3 years. Pull one off, sand it down, wet it down, take a picture of the grain on it, sell it. I'm telling you, $3,000 a piece for a 12-foot length.
I mean, extra money is always a good thing.
Well, yeah, you can't go wrong with extra money. That free wood that you can't get extra money from. So on average,
took his uniform off, put on a pair of jeans and t-shirt, put on his boots, grabbed his chainsaw, went out there, and I walked out there and I was like, no. He said, what? I said, 6 o'clock in the morning, people are still in bed. You can't start sawing yet. So I made him go back to bed. Anthony was just like, he was snoring like a big dog. Right before the power went off, and the tree falling had nothing to do with the power. That was on down by the highway.
Yeah.
A limb hit a transformer. But the power went off, then the tree fell like maybe 3 minutes later. But all I hear from Anthony is it's total dark, soundless, and except for the wind roaring. He goes, uh-oh. And I went in there, I was like, you were sound asleep. How did that wake you up?
Wow.
Just the power going out woke him up.
So let's say a sycamore slab, 76 inches long, 31 inches wide, 2 inches thick, selling for $1,600 right now.
You mean like people that will come and do it? $50 an hour, though. Although that's not, it wouldn't take even an hour if we bucked it up ourselves. And by bucking it up, I'm assuming you mean limbing it.
Yep.
Cutting it into lengths.
Limit and length it.
Thanks, Chris
Like I-
K.
So like I said, 76 and a half inches by 31 inches by 2 inches thick. $1,500. Saying.
I'm telling you, I'm so glad. When we started the live last night, and about a half an hour before the power went out, he moved to the living room, was laying on the couch. I am so happy because if it had hit the house, it would have completely took out his bedroom. There would have been nothing left. That's scary. Yeah, see, Mark, but we don't have a truck or a trailer or anything to do that with.
Yeah, it's too bad.
I cannot drive a pickup. I've tried to drive pickups. I'm not comfortable driving one. I don't like them. It's too far. It just, I don't know. Maybe now that I got my cataracts fixed, maybe it would be different.
See,
It was
but
yes.
I've seen these slab makers as well for chainsaws. Like you basically attach it to your.
I wonder
You
if
attach it to your.
those
like
from Home Depot. Yeah.
You see those attach right to your chainsaw. And you can make
We
your
don't have
slabs
a
from
bar
those.
that long. Do we have a bar? I don't think we have a bar long enough to go the width of that tree. 'Cause it's a
No.
big ass tree. I
Well,
know.
this
Me
this
and
one
Bill
has three.
not wrap
This
our
one has
arms
this one has 36-inch rails, so it's probably just a 24-inch blade, right?
You can buy the bar and blades.
24-inch. I think that's what he's got on our saw. 24-inch.
Yeah, that'll work. Well, as long as it's wide enough to cut through, then you cut it flat first, and it shows you how to do it. You basically screw rails on it first, run across it, get your flat edge, and then you adjust your height, and just cut and cut and cut.
Oh well, Mark, they could get like within probably 20 feet of the tree if they pull right onto the property because they could pull right up in my driveway. That might be. I'll have to look at
it.
It's an
Honestly, it's really worth something to look into because if you can slab it and sell the slabs off,
I know that there's been several trees went down that he wished that we could have used for something other than firewood, but you know.
And the thing is that when you delimit, you can actually use the limbs for
firewood.
No, stop with the firewood.
Hey.
The limbs can be sold for pens and wands and handles for freaking cookware. They only need to be about that long. Like
Mark, I've got
8 inches.
A neighbor with a tractor. He could pull it down that 20 feet. We wouldn't even have to, just put chains on it and pull it down there.
People will use the branches. They'll turn it on their lathe, make something like these. You custom,
if you can find a market for it here.
Whole custom set. People sell everything.
I lost one wind chime, chairs. Those are plastic resin ones. They had several empty flower pots.
Okay, well, I got to clean my shop. So I'm going to be over on that side of my shop.
Well, and I got to go wake Bill up here in a minute, put his dinner on a plate. Clean.
See my shop. My shop is freaking messy. It's disorganized right now. I got to clean my shop.
Well, we've got a sawmill, Mark, about maybe 25 minutes from my house. So I would think of, as far as mileage, they might be the ones to ask if they do that. I don't know that they do, but all they can do is say no. It wouldn't hurt to ask. Or it might open up another opportunity that they didn't think about and say, hey, we can make extra money. Christine Fortunato has been a member for 6 months, John.
Wow, Christine, that's awesome. Is she here?
I don't know. It just popped up on the screen.
If she's here, I'll share the member video out. Boopity boop boop. I don't know if she's here or not, though. That's awesome. All my cool members.
I guess. And then I got kidnapped this morning and drugged to Hobby Lobby. I went kicking and screaming. I'm telling you.
Yeah, that sounded like such the quite the adventure you went on.
Christine is here.
Oh no, I got kidnapped. Got
You have to
kidnapped and
play-
forced
you
to
have
go
to play
through
the-
Hobby
the
Lobby.
membership. You have to play the membership.
All right,
video.
Christine. Give me 1 second. I'll be right over there. Thank you for your support. I appreciate it. Oh, here you go. Awesome. I love it.
Christine. So yeah, that was my night. He was up until 5 o'clock this morning. This is what I woke up to at 5 o'clock this morning. Ma'am, can you tell me what's happening? Well, yeah, I did. I done saw him streaking through the pole beams. I was like, turn it down. I mean, it was ear splitting.
That's funny.
It's not funny. I was almost asleep.
I know I was awake pretty early this morning.
Well, I didn't lay down until 3 because the wind, we had like 6 systems that moved through. And every time I would relax and say, okay, it's over and get ready to go lay down, the wind would kick back up. All right, I will be back. I have to go get him up.
That's about the time I went to bed this morning, about 5:30.
Yeah, that's pretty much when I got up this morning. No, I was up at 4:30. I just couldn't sleep.
It was another rough night last night.
A broken wheel for one of my portable stands, but I gotta just buy a wheel for it, basically. I'm not gonna throw it out. Just need to buy a wheel. Caster.
Okay, who's messaging me?
Jessica, probably.
No, she
Maybe
already
somebody,
heard me.
maybe somebody looking for some patterns. You still make patterns, don't you, Herb?
Do what?
You still make patterns, don't you?
Yeah, I put a couple out the other day.
Oh, awesome. Where's that? Oh, that's over at herpooper.com, isn't it? Or something like that, I heard.
Mm-hmm.
I heard a rumor like that, yeah. How many you got out so far?
294.
Wow, you're getting up there. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I did a couple of mature ones, and then I did Pirate
Yeah.
Girls.
The Pirate Girls.
I had them sold before I even finished them. Put on the website.
Is when you guys are seeing you move stuff first, or you start move stuff
Oh,
first, or what?
Chris said I slabbed up 34 inches with my Alaskan chainsaw mill, but it was a pain in the ass.
Well, it's because you're old. How many different saws? How many different saws does one person need?
Mark said chainsaw mills look like a bunch of work.
Actually, I was watching videos on them, and they're actually, well, they're experienced guys that are working on them, but they don't look that hard to work with, honestly.
Larry's wanting to know how can a tree cut with a chainsaw mill?
Looking to see
There's a
what?
bunch of YouTube videos out there, Larry. You can see how it's done. Especially all the ones that are going to live off grid.
Where is my garbage can?
Cannot tell a lie, Larry got it.
Oh, it's full of garbage.
Oh yeah, no doubt. This is on
Well, I was able to get one down. I ain't gonna try number two.
Jess, you still here?
What's that?
She's in there cooking, probably.
No, she said she lost her ears. She's trying to charge up a set of ear. No, she's not in the chat. She's not in the panel anymore.
What do ears do? Fall off?
They died on her.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no, Mr. Bill.
Hey, Chris. I was not here. I didn't see you slip in. That's a little too expensive for me, Larry.
Yeah, I got these boxes. Got these boxes I gotta do something with. Oh right, I should send stuff out maybe. What a plan. What an idea.
Mm-hmm. It's a great plan.
That's also why I got so much cardboard. So I can make my own boxes. I have to worry about getting a bunch of boxes. I keep boxes because I need boxes, but I get enough cardboard to make my own boxes. Does that make sense?
I have tons on the back. Yeah.
I need to get a lamp tester. Brought that home too.
Yeah, that pattern come out nice.
What pattern?
The one, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little pain in the ass.
Oh yeah, that was funny.
No, somebody done cut it out.
Who?
Michael Connor.
Michael Connor.
Okay.
Get some more light on the subject here. Lights. There we go.
Hey, what if I could
There be
fly?
light. What? Is he really?
Yeah, I just got that notification.
That's a rarity, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Okay. If you got any comments, questions, or inquiries, leave them in the chat and somebody will answer them. I reckon.
Somebody might answer them.
Somebody want to teach me how to use a scroll saw again?
Today?
No, I can't get out there to it.
Okay. First off, check the orientation of your blade. Don't put it in upside down.
That's what she said.
No, I don't think she did say that. It was close to anything she said.
Make sure the teeth are down, not up.
Somebody's in the back room. Let's just take a check and see who it is.
I
Hear
bet
you
it's Joe.
knocking. I hear
It's
you
JoJo.
knocking. Oh, hey, how's it going?
Hey, Mark.
What's shaking?
I am.
The trees.
Mr. Mark.
Well, quit it.
You scared me coming in.
Did I? Didn't mean to do that, Herb. Oh man, I'm sitting. You're. I feel tired all over watching you clean up your shop, John.
Yeah, I know it's it's bad.
Well, a clean shop is the sign of idle hands.
Well, but the problem is I have to clean my shop so I can make my hands more idle anyway.
Ah, okay.
What have you been up to? What have you been up to? What's going on?
Oh, just fighting this dang dong shingles, man. I'm telling you, you don't want
Yeah,
this stuff.
So is
No,
it? Are they stress induced or?
No, shingles. Did you ever have the chicken pox?
Yes, I did.
You have the shingles virus in you, and it may never come up, but it could come up multiple times. If you are over 50 years old, I highly encourage you to get the vaccine.
See, I know, like my mom had shingles, but hers were stress induced.
Well, stress can cause the breakout, but it is it's left over from the chicken pox. That chicken pox virus is the cause. So believe me, you don't want this. I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy.
No, it's sometimes it'll make you want to cry.
Oh, it makes me
The lady I
cry.
used to work with that she suffered with shingles real bad.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know anything about it. I thought it was just, an inconvenient rash that, lasted however many weeks and then it was gone. But oh no, I have learned so much more about it. It actually attacks the nerve. It goes up the spine and it just picks what nerves it wants to attack. It can do more than one.
Really?
In my case, what it did was it hit the main nerve coming off my right shoulder and going all the way down my right arm to my fingertips. And I had the rash all down my right forearm, right from about the fold of the elbow on the underside of the arm, all the way down and into and around my palm. And of course, I'm right-handed, so I can't do anything with my right hand. But the nerve pain, I get about 3 to 4 hours sleep a night. And I sleep when I can. I catch a nap here and there. And the doc, well, I've had 2 doctors tell me that this is going to last a minimum of 90 days. Figure on 6 months. So I'm like, okay.
What is the deal?
Wow.
Yeah, that's about how little illness used to last.
Mm-hmm. They said in rare cases, when you don't get treatment, when you don't get care for it, they said in rare cases, the nerve damage can be permanent. That's what scares me. So yeah, it's nothing to mess with, man. I'm telling you, I'm miserable with this stuff, but this too shall pass. We'll get through it.
That's the only way to look.
What's the shot you need?
Well, it's The latest vaccine is called, I want to say it's called Shingrix, and it's 2 shots given over like a 2 to 3 month period, depending upon, circumstances and any medications you're on. But Linda's getting hers Wednesday. She's watching me going, yeah, no thanks. So, and the bitch about it is I was going to get it in November, but then real life happened and I couldn't get in and get it. And then I just forgot about it. And now I'm paying for it. So if you've had chicken pox and you're 50 years or older, I highly encourage you to get the vaccine. You do not want this. You really do not. I'll climb off me soapbox now. That's your public service announcement for the day.
Well, I was thinking about that the other day because I had chicken pox 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
I had once as a kid, once as a teenager, and then once after when my boys had them, I got them again. And they're like, "Oh, you can't get chicken pox 3 times." I'm like,
"Yes, you can.
That you can."
Yes, you can. You can also get shingles more than once.
The illness would kick up periodically.
Yeah, they told me that I have to be clear. I have to be done with this for a year before I can get the vaccine. Because otherwise what it'll do is it'll inhibit the body's ability to make the antibodies to fight this. So I got to wait a year from the end of, I got to wait till next April. And
get them again in the meantime.
And hope I don't get them again in the meantime. And I said, well, I said to my doc, I said, well, I've got it now. I'm not going to get it again, right? She's like, oh no, you still have another arm, you still have 2 legs, and you still have a torso. I'm like,
really?
Oh, okay, gotcha. All right. She's, yes, it can keep coming back. Okay.
Well, that doesn't sound very fair.
Told me. Yeah, who said life was fair?
Life's a bitch because it's hard. If it was easy, it'd be a slut.
Yeah. Life ain't easy and nothing comes free.
A whole bunch of songs about that.
Do what?
A whole bunch of songs about that, isn't it?
Uh-huh. In fact, that line was from the chorus of a song from Dr. Hook.
I love me some Dr. Hook. I haven't listened to my CD for a while.
Is that cardboard, John?
Yes, it's cardboard for making my own boxes for shipping stuff out.
Nice.
Yeah, I get it from work.
I'm jealous of the space you have to have that kind of stuff.
Well, you can stack it underneath your router table.
That's where I put wood.
Oh. My wood is everywhere else.
I don't have an everywhere else. I'm in a 12 by 16 shed. I don't have an everywhere else.
Cardboard's the only neat thing in my shop. Everything else is scattered.
I need to rent an everywhere else so I can put stuff, you know.
I want one of those pre-built buildings that looks like a little miniature house.
That's what I'm working out of.
That'd be perfect for my yarn.
That's what I'm working out of. It's 12 by 16, and I would have gone a little bit bigger, but I couldn't fit it in the yard.
The ones that has like the little porch and everything on it.
I've got to add the porch. I haven't done that yet.
You can buy if you Google mother-in-law miniature houses. That's what they come up as.
Mm-hmm.
Because nobody wants a mother-in-law suite anymore. They want them out of the house somewhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can see how that would be a reason.
Yeah, mice footprints everywhere.
Tommy, you need a cat.
No, I don't need cats.
Yeah, you do. But there's no saying that if you get a cat and you raise it, it might be a mouser and it might not.
Yeah, it'll just be lazy.
I've had cats that the mouse would run right across their nose and they just look at it and just lay their head back down.
Yeah.
The two I've got now are really good hunters.
Come on, John. You don't want Wild Kingdom demonstrated in your shop?
Doesn't bother me any.
A demonstration of the food chain?
I've caught mice before.
Train clothes, they don't bring the damn things alive into the house.
Cat
My
would be
cat-
about in the house.
Bring in their prey, whether they've killed it already or if it's still moving, they'll bring it in. Hey,
Yeah.
look what I got.
It was a gift.
Trying to take care of their pride.
Oh, man.
My little female cat scared me. I thought she got hurt. That tree fell last night. She just kept yowling on the front porch, and I went out with the flashlight, looked her over, and I didn't see anything. And I said, "What?" And she kept walking me to the end of the porch. She got to the end of the porch, and she just looked at the tree and looked at me like, "Hey, did you see that?" I'm like, "Yeah, I know a tree fell." And then she just came in the house and laid down.
Herb needs let back in, I think.
Oh. We shouldn't have left, Herb.
Oh, door today.
There you are.
Yeah. Somebody forgot to plug the laptop back in. It died on me.
Not that button, Herb.
Well, I've been in the recliner for the last couple of days, so I took the laptop in there
Mm-hmm.
and I forgot to charge it back up.
Whoops. Oh, man.
My son keeps telling me I need to get a laptop and get rid of my desktops.
I disagree.
Easier
I love desktop computers.
I cannot type on a laptop because keyboard's too small.
I've got both, and I prefer the desktop. I got to get my wife a new computer, so we're kind of looking at different models and what have you. I've had this one for about a year now, maybe a little more.
That's what I want, another desktop.
I have decided after doing a bunch of pricing and looking at this, that, and the other, it's better for me for what I do to just go with the gaming desktop because I'm doing a lot of 3D rendering and a lot of video editing and what have you. So I'll just get a decent gaming desktop for around $1,200 and it works. Finally got sick of this cord wrapping around one corner of my desk, so I ordered a cordless headset yesterday. We'll see what happens.
You'll love it.
Well,
What my son has he loves.
I've got a cordless headset out on the computer that I broadcast from on Sundays, and I love it. But I just kind of thought it would be overkill here. Well,
But somebody told me I wasn't getting any more toys.
I get my toys anyway. I use my YouTube money.
Well, that's how I bought this laptop, was my pattern money.
Yep, it works.
She told me I wouldn't make no money at it. And I said, that's what you think.
Yeah.
Who think bought both of these laptops? You didn't.
Just watch me.
Yeah, but how many monitors did she buy, though?
She actually bought one monitor.
I cheap out when it comes to monitor. My sister-in-law works at a thrift store, and I'll tell her, okay, keep your eyes open for a monitor for me. I need this size. And then when they get one in, she'll call me and I'll head over and get it. Yeah, usually $5 to $10.
Yeah.
Yep.
So everybody's going for these huge 32-inch monitors. So, and I just want a 24-inch. So it works.
Yeah, that's what I've got. There's a 24-inch. Then I got the regular three of the regular table monitors.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But since we moved here, I've cut down on the screens.
Yeah. Well, I've got to get a second one. In fact, I just recently got the mount desktop, sit on the desktop mount to hold two monitors. I really need two monitors back here. I've been kind of waiting on my wife to decide which TV set she wants, and then do the monitor rodeo, where her 32-inch TV goes into the bedroom and the 24-inch we're watching in there comes back here for me a second monitor. Well, she ain't picked out a TV yet, so I bit the bullet and said, I need another monitor. But I ain't
That
paying
doesn't sound
full
like a
price.
That doesn't sound like a rodeo to me.
Well, there's a lot more moving around of stuff because the 32-inch will go into the bedroom. Then the one in there is a 27-inch. That'll go out in the shop. And then the 24-inch from the shop will come in here.
Hey, Carmen, welcome in.
Hello, Carmen. Yeah, you sound like you got a whole lot of moving to do. Excuse me.
It is warm here today, but I swear, I guess when we got that rain last night, that humidity is so thick you can almost bite that air.
Ouch. That's what kills me is the humidity.
Yeah, I mean, it can get up to 100 degrees as long as it's dry and it doesn't bother me.
I'm a desert rat.
Not a
We're-
desert rat, but I'd like to be. I miss Arizona.
We lived in a Nevada desert, and 10% humidity in the summer was about average. It would go up in the winter, or in the spring and fall, rather, excuse me, when we got rain. But we didn't get a whole hell of a lot of rain, so wasn't too bad.
Arizona
What
was the only place where I didn't have allergies.
We're sitting at 47% humidity right now, which isn't too awful bad considering it rained this morning. But
We're supposed to get another storm today that like what we got last night. Yay. So excited.
Nope, guess it ain't working today.
now that's one good thing about being on the West Coast is we don't get that extreme weather. We don't get tornadoes or hurricanes. Thank the
Herb's
Lord.
at 71%. That's pretty high too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I took the girls out a while ago and I said, y'all need to hurry up and take care of your business. I'm going back and getting the air conditioner.
What's that?
No, I forgot that John had that.
Want me to
What?
protect you from the ain't mean old storm? Swear that dog was so close to me. He might have come part of my skin last night. He was so close.
That weather thing, John.
Oh, yeah. Weather, either your
Might not.
town or your postal code or zip code.
Well, I did. I'm waiting for it to come
Got
up.
some stuff to do, but he's listening.
Okay, there we go. 61 degrees. Humidity is 59%. Wow. National Weather Service is wrong.
Don't let them know that, though.
Yeah, somebody's outside working today. I know she's going to be a handful when she gets home.
Welcome back, Jess.
Hello,
There's the lovely Jessica.
Jessica.
There she is.
I said, Jess, what I told John.
Got your ears back.
What's up, Buttercup?
I got kidnapped this morning.
Ooh,
Yeah,
was it fun?
the neighbor kidnapped me and forced me to go to Hobby Lobby with her.
What? What an ass.
I know.
Did they at least feed you?
No, we were only gone for about an hour because she was going after upholstery material. And she goes, I don't want to ride up her by myself. And I'm like, I said, Bill's got to by one. And she said, we can be back. I was like, okay. Just
See,
background going, don't buy any yarn. And I was like, shut up.
you should have held out for breakfast, Annie.
Hey.
Oh, these particular neighbors, they have literally come and picked me up at the hospital when I didn't have a ride home, took me to the hospital for surgeries,
Yeah.
would not accept gas money. I had to accidentally
Aw.
leave money in their car. I hide it in the cup holder or something.
I hate when I gotta do that. I hate when I gotta be nice to people that are helping me out, right?
Well, I mean, gas is really expensive right now.
Ours has come down a little bit. I was surprised.
Ours is still at $3 a gallon, and last week it was like $3.49 a gallon.
Ours is $3.65, and it down from $3.85. So
I haven't bought gas in so long, I couldn't tell you how much it is.
I did slip and tell her that Bill's a really good baker, so she said next time she needs a cake for church, she's going to ask him to
Aw.
make it.
can't see what that says, John.
It says I want to grow my own food, but I can't find any bacon seeds.
Ah, there you go. There you go.
Sounds like a sign in it for me to design.
I got a bunch of bacon facts too. I'm not gonna do that up. I'm not gonna hold that
Yes,
up.
sir.
Bacon facts.
Yeah,
Bacon facts.
bacon. So.
Maybe that's what's wrong. But maybe I need to start eating some more bacon and I can get healed.
Bacon facts.
I chopped bacon up the other night and sauteed it with onions and mushrooms to put over the steak. It was good.
I just found out that brat patties were a thing, and now I'm obsessing over them. I want to get out the grinder and make some.
Yes, that would
They are the best.
because I slice my brats and make sandwiches out of them all the time.
Yeah, some jalapeno cheddar brat patties. Yes, please.
Y'all making me hungry. I'm gonna leave.
Oh,
I'm on the West Coast. They're not a thing here, and it's funny because we've got 4 or 5 local sausage makers that make good brats, but not brat patties. So I'm
there's
obsessing over
actually
them.
there's only one place that you can really get them around here locally, and it's just because the butcher himself decides to go ahead and make them into patties.
Yeah.
So it's not something that we can get all the time, but a 45-minute drive and you can.
Yeah, it's kind of like cheese curds here. I'm on a one-man quest to get poutine down here in the U.S.
I love cheese curds.
And the holdup is cheese curds. You can find them, but it's like one of those little containers, the size of containers they put margarita salt in.
Yeah.
Yes,
and
the
it's
small
like
little shallow
7
dishes.
It's like $7 or $8, and it's like, come on, you're just cheesing me off here, literally. That's just wrong.
You've been cheesed.
You're the only place, and I'm saying this literally, that you can find cheese curds here is Dairy Queen. You can't
Yeah.
buy them in the store or anything.
Yeah.
Get Dairy Queen, but they're
Yep.
good cheese curds.
Yes, they are.
Our Culver's has cheese curds.
We don't
Well,
have
the only
that.
thing
and
I complain about is they replaced the deep fried mushrooms with cheese curds, and of the two, I'd rather have the mushrooms. I mean, cheese
Yeah.
curds are good, but I'd rather have the mushrooms.
I used to love you. Gosh, Annie. Teasing. Clement says, have a great rest of your weekend, everyone. I'm going bowling. Ooh, that sounds like
Right
fun.
here.
Yeah.
Okay, Carmen, have
Enjoy.
fun.
Have fun. Step up.
Oh, I like
Sounds like a lot of fun. Step up. Quit being a
Bowl-
brat. Thank
What
you.
kind of bowling?
Bowling.
Bowling.
5-pin, 10-pin candlestick?
I know nothing about bowling except for
Hey,
what
Mark,
a
you want a
bowling pin looks like.
right?
Do you want a Sears Craftsman router for parts?
Got-
It still
Got
works.
one, John, but
Big
thank
quarter
you.
horse.
Got
Do you
one,
want
John,
another
but
one?
thank you.
I'll send it to you.
No,
I'll send it to
that's
you.
quite all right. Thank you. That's quite all right.
I think
I-
that was
I-
a very, very hard no.
I appreciate the offer. I truly do. You're a prince among men.
Already? It's early.
Well, have a look out, team out there.
Yeah.
All right,
If
love
you're,
you.
looking, if you're ever looking one for parts, it's sitting here on my bottom
If you
shelf.
need a shave,
Remember that.
porcupine face, cash, stay.
I didn't hear a word you said, John.
Sorry.
If you ever need one, it's here on my bottom shelf collecting dust.
I have put you at the top of my list as Craftsman router part supplier.
Vintage. Don't forget that word.
Oh, wait a minute. Let me go back. Let me go amend that.
I think the date was 1983 on it. I'm pretty sure this little sticker here says 0783, which stands for, July 83.
That's older than I am.
That or it's the serial number.
Sears Roebuck and Company.
Mm-hmm.
How old it is.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's old.
Double insulated. What a deal. Double
Yeah,
insulated.
that's code for not grounded.
That's
Yeah,
true.
two-prong plug.
Mm-hmm.
Two-prong plug.
Come on, baby, light us fire.
Yeah, you think routers create static? You just wait until you grab a hold of that sucker and run it for a while.
Would you stop? Nobody wants you fixed.
Yes. Have you ever tried the
I got a
Darcy and
standard like
David
that. My
wax
old,
melt cube from Hobby Lobby?
my old Delta sanders
Oh,
like
wait.
that. Better
You can't
place
have
it.
candles.
I would sand something. Then go turn it off. I would touch the metal table or something metal on it.
Zap.
Start singing Howdy Doody.
What were you saying, Miss Annie?
The wax cubes, but you can't have candles around Joey, can you?
Are you talking Scentsy?
No, this is Darcy and David's, but it's a dragon fruit hibiscus with palm wood. Oh God, I can almost eat that. It does say inside of it, not edible, not for human consumption.
What?
Now it just makes me wonder who took a bite of one.
See, now
But
I've
it's got
always
it.
Right?
But it's
I've
made with
always-
essential oils. Doesn't your body need essential oils?
I've always just considered that not for human consumption thing to be a
Yeah.
challenge. I figure everything's for human consumption if you're brave enough.
Yeah.
I'm not.
One
I
form or
don't
another.
have tripods.
Oh man, and who's like really? Come on, people.
I'm not saying it's the best way to live.
I got another of Andrew's birthday presents. I found him a pair of Pokemon lounge pants. I was like,
Ooh.
had his name all over him.
There's Maple Tree Studios.
Dale.
Long time no see, Dale.
Hola.
He's, my God, John has a brush and is tidying up or playing scroll saw pool. Yeah. I think he's digging something out from under the table with the handle.
I know.
Just
I know.
enjoy the fact that he's working. I'm just saying.
Dale's still working on his renos. What's up with that?
Have you seen Dale's Reno?
Yes, I have. I saw the
It was
last,
not this was not paint and wallpaper, okay?
Well, I know. I saw when him and Scott were tearing down walls and stuff too.
Yeah.
Ew. We adding
Yeah, we
rooms
need-
somewhere or making bigger space? What do we do? What are we tearing down walls?
No, you got to figure. The houses over there were built in the 1300s.
I can't remember. Is Dale in the UK or Ireland
He's gonna say Scotland, but
or Scotland? One of the three. Well, Scotland is part of the UK.
they don't want to admit it though. But yeah, they are.
Stone house, stone walls, and it's a completely different kind of renovation than what we've got here.
Mom,
Oh, wow.
Ugh, he's in Bonnie, Scotland. If it's not Scottish, it's crap.
get in that bed.
See. I didn't want to quote him, but hey, sandpaper. Holy cow.
Oh, Lordy. It's
Yeah.
okay not to be okay.
It is okay to not be okay. But wait, but who's not okay? Let's be okay. Okay.
I'm not okay.
We need to make a sandpaper sorting area.
Do we talk about it?
I'm just here to set an example, Herb. Whether it be a good example or a
example is that?
bad example, that's that's up to you to
Still
decide.
You're just setting one.
Okay, Dale says, yeah, it's a 250-year-old cottage. We're adding 180 square meters of living space. Every room is being rebuilt.
Oh, you're gonna have to translate that to feet for these Americans, Odell. You know that.
Oh,
You can't come in here with imperial measurements. Come on, metric measurements.
No, that's fine. I prefer freedom fractions, but that's all right. I can adjust. I can adapt. 180 square meters is quite a bit.
Oh, there's I messed up. Wrong brush, stupid.
Gives the old Tootsie measurement. Yeah.
I need a soda. Can anybody help me out?
Oh, we might as well go for
Are you
a
Dr.
soda.
Pepper? I said I can send you a Dr. Pepper.
It might make me feel better.
But I think
Okay.
Why would I need?
Okay, when you're calculating square feet, Dale, it's more than times 3.3. You multiply the area by 10.764. So your 180 square meters that you're adding are 1,937 square feet.
holy cow.
Yes, my house is 1,500 square feet. So you're adding on more than my house.
Really? My
Next,
my my house, I think, is 2,600.
Mine's 15.
That's not including the basement. Basement's separate. I don't know why they don't include the basement footage in the house, even though it's finished.
It's probably a good thing they don't, because I don't know about where you're at, but here in my municipality, they would tax it. If you increase the square footage, your taxes go up.
Yeah, but everybody here has a basement. Automotive rasp.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Cheese grater, rasp, yeah.
I don't even know why I would have it. I've never done auto body.
You
work.
don't shape foam or anything like that.
No.
All right.
I bought it for a reason, for something. I don't know why. Though. Put it with my
You probably
Sanders.
got a good deal on it.
Well, if you ever decide you want a shape like that, blue or pink insulating foam, the rigid foam, that's the tool to do it.
No, that's why I got a rat tail for my grinder.
Okay.
Or either that or you can shave you. Get that dead skin off the heels.
Holy underwear, Dale. It said you're increasing the total square footage to 371 square meters. That's 3,993 square feet. That's
Wow.
about, 371. Let me make sure that I've got it right. Yeah, 371.
You've got a lot of room space.
That's a big house, even by US.
It's like a 5-bedroom house.
Yeah, that's a big house.
We
Sounds
got
like
some
someone's
mansions
got
that
a
are
castle.
bigger than that here. Yeah. Well, it is a
Sounds
castle.
like a
Bonnie,
castle.
Scotland. Every house in Scotland's a castle.
Now, is it
That's my whole point.
is it 2 stories, upstairs, downstairs?
I'm sure it's probably
Downstairs,
4 or 5.
Hey, Jess, let's move
Dungeon?
to Scotland so we can live in a castle.
A dungeon.
Yeah, they're expanding from 3 bedrooms to 6. Yeah, that's a big place.
We can crochet Rapunzel hair.
Mostly downstairs. Okay. Yeah, but still, that's a
Yes.
huge house.
Yeah,
That's very big.
my husband helped his ex-boss build his house before he sold his company. And it's like 1,000 by 8,000 feet.
Mhm.
One bedroom in the entire house. Built a bunkhouse with a kitchen, multiple bedrooms, and baths for their guests. Because he said by the end of the night he's tired of people and he wants them to go somewhere else to sleep.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I'd like to have the money to just. But he had his outside fireplace,
Mhm.
and you could like sit out on the porch next to the fireplace, and it was it's beautiful. It is a wonderfully beautiful property, and this man, I had all the respect for him because he started out as one of the poorest people in this county. In the high school, and when he graduated high school, he started printing t-shirts in his garage and built a multinational business.
Wow.
Out in his garage. And I was like, he's like, do you think it's extravagant? I said, do you work for the money? He's extravagant as you want.
It's your money. You do with it what you wish.
Yeah, but you would have never known that him and his wife had money. They did not dress like they had money. They did have nice vehicles. But I mean, other than that, really the way they acted, treated people, because some rich people are just mean.
That's how most rich people stay rich. They don't spend the money. You don't get rich spending money.
And
I just sent you
he
something,
had his own
Jessica.
idea. They have traveled around the world now.
Mhm.
He made sure all of his kids went to college, all of his grandkids had college scholarships.
Yep.
Paid off all of his parents' bills and bought them a house, and then started working on what him and his wife needed.
Years ago, I read a book. It was called Stealth Millionaires, and the subtitle was The Millionaire Next Door.
Yeah.
And it said 80% of millionaires live in they live well below their means. They live in a modest house, 3 bedroom, 2 bath, decent size. They're on average, they're driving a 5-year-old car.
Yeah, but that's
They
why they're
just-
millionaires, though. 'Cause they're frugal.
Right. Exactly. That's the point. They said,
Sorry, economical. They're economical.
a new Jag doesn't scream status. It just screams you've got higher car payments than me.
Yeah. And people ask me, oh, what would you do if you won the lottery? And I was like, not tell anybody first.
Exactly.
That'd be the first
There's
thing.
that part.
And I really, honestly, I would improve our house a little bit. I like this little house. This is where we built our family. Just like this little house. I mean, it's not much, but it's ours.
I would just
Maybe
I-
buy my son a house.
I would disappear.
Well, I
would
don't have
not-
enough family left, so that wouldn't be an issue. And I have a few real life friends that have stuck by me over the years.
Mhm.
So I don't have that issue.
Depending upon the payout, I would start a charity foundation and disappear.
I would buy a Winnebago and travel down to the States.
I would want to start a fund to help families of autistic kids who want a companion animal, because especially trained to work with them and to be more available to them, because they're really expensive. And there is a waiting list, and I would do something like that.
What you got there, Jessica?
It's my package.
A
Where's my
package?
I need my invoice.
Hey, and I actually said that it's on. You're on my list, Annie.
Okay, I know how much it
I
is.
even said
That's not a problem. I just need the invoice.
yes. I'm working on there.
Do what you're doing now. Don't stress. I'll remind you again. I'll just keep reminding you till you remember to do it. How's that?
It will get done today. I promise.
Isn't that the easiest way to do it?
Well, yeah, but it should have already been done forever ago.
Well, you know, still have packages to send out.
Yeah, I gotta go to the mailbox at home Wednesday. Send a package off.
Oh man!
Get it.
All right,
Okay, what was that, stupid?
pain pills finally kicking in. Yeehaw!
Oh,
It's always
take one
relief.
for me, please.
Somebody stole my printer. Where'd it go?
I do that, Mark. I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden, you're like, "Oh,
Oh,
I'm
shoot.
working now."
Well, this feels like when the pain pill kicks in. You know how when like you've slept on your arm wrong and your arm's asleep,
Yep,
and then it starts getting feeling back.
and it hurts.
That's well when that starts to go away and
Tingling.
you can move your fingers. That's what it feels like when the pain pill kicks in. It's like, oh yes,
like,
thank
ooh.
you. Yes.
Right? You're like, oh, I can move those again. Oh. Why do you have to be so loud? No, honestly, go be loud somewhere else. You know.
Ah.
I'm not gonna laugh because I know what that feels like, Mark.
Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
Do you know that my son, he is chronic disease, and he said that the doctor had prescribed him something new because he's like me, he won't take it if he leaves the house. He'll only take it on the weeks that he don't have his little girl, and when he knows he doesn't have to go anywhere. And he was sitting with one of his friends. He took one of the pills, and he said all of a sudden, he said, "Mom, I felt so weird." He said, "I started having a panic attack." He said, "My heart was palpitating, and I realized what it was." And he said, "I wasn't hurting."
Yep.
And it scared me. And I was like, been there, done that.
Yep.
And I was like, at least now you'll know that sensation. Don't panic over it. Yeah, his buddy was already, he was grabbing his keys, ready to take him to the hospital. He thought, and he was like, no, he said, I'm not having chest pain. I don't think it's a heart attack. And I told him not to mess with that though, because sometimes you don't think it's a heart attack.
Okay, where am I at?
He's a very stressed person. He does not deal with stress well.
Well,
Documents.
Aw.
luckily, we don't have any chronic conditions. My wife is hypothyroid, so she's on thyroid medication every morning. But other than that, we don't have any chronic conditions. Other than that, we're pretty much healthy as horses. Knock on wood.
Well, he got a little upset because he did research trying to figure out, because we took him to the doctor. He's had pain like this since he was like
Mhm.
8, 9 years old. It started, which was about how old I was when my chronic pain started.
Yeah.
They tested his back, his joints, everything they could think of, and he had one doctor to tell him, "You might have fiber." Good job. High five. All right. Told him that he might have fibromyalgia.
Mhm.
And he went to his family doctor. Family doctor said men can't have fibromyalgia. And I said, yes, they can. Usual, but it can happen. Told him there's no treatment plan for fibromyalgia. My niece suffers
Okay.
from that. Mine
Let
is
me go around.
Well, I had a chronic condition for years and didn't know what it was. They were treating me for ulcers. I started having stomach problems in like 4th or 5th grade. And 5th grade, yeah, I had my appendix out. That didn't take care of it. So they started treating me for ulcers. And they treated me for ulcers for years. When I was 59,
what?
My stomach just started tearing me the hell up, and I got down to, it was a solid week. At 8 o'clock in the evening, it would kick in, and it would not stop until like 7 o'clock the next morning.
Ooh.
And finally, one day, my wife I'm sick of this. I'm tired of it. I was eating marshmallows and white bread. That was the only thing that wouldn't trigger an attack. So she had enough. She took me into the emergency room, and they x-rayed me, and I'm going through an attack, the whole time. I'm out in the waiting room just walking around, going nuts. And they brought me in, they x-rayed me, and one doctor saw a shadow in the x-ray and took me in for an MRI.
First.
And they got the MRI results back. Then he came in and he says, well, you do not have an ulcer. And the first thing on my mind was, oh, great, cancer. He said, but your gallbladder is impressive. I said, gallbladder? Yes. He says, I've already scheduled for emergency surgery. You're being admitted, and we're taking that out tomorrow. He says it's the size of a tennis ball.
Yeah, you don't need a gallbladder.
I'm like, holy cats. So I fought that for close to 50 years, not knowing what it was.
And this whole time, not one doctor decided to.
Well, I looked it up after I did the All-American thing after the fact. I Googled my symptoms. I had more symptoms of pregnancy than I did of gallbladder. The only symptom of gallbladder I had was abdominal pain. That was it. I had none of the other symptoms.
Oh, wow.
But
So of course, because you weren't showing anything else, nobody.
Yeah. So I don't blame the doctors. I didn't have any of those symptoms, And in fact, I told my personal physician, because he was treating me for the ulcer that I had been diagnosed with years ago. I told him, look, I hold no ill will against you. These were my symptoms. He says, yeah, I know. There's nothing there that said gallbladder to me.
Gotcha.
But I got that sucker removed, and I've been fine ever since. And all of the stuff I couldn't eat that would trigger a gallbladder attack, I can now have. I have had to make no modifications to my diet. I'm very lucky. A lot of people have to watch out for fats and what have you.
Yeah, see, they told me I couldn't have fats, I couldn't have nuts, I couldn't have spice. I eat all of that in moderation.
Yep.
And
I have never had to modify my diet. I eat just as much bacon and sausage as I want when I want. I have steaks. I'm not on any kind of special diet, and I'm pain-free and happy, and there's not a better feeling in the world.
Oh, that's awesome. Being pain-free is like a huge deal.
I think John's in a loop. Somebody give his garage a shove. His needle's stuck.
Yep, it is stuck in.
Yeah,
It really is.
Look, it's Groundhog Day.
But damn, he's moving.
Hold on, can I give you my wristwatch? Like, damn.
what are you
Squat,
talking about?
squat, squat, squat.
Am
You're
I
doing a
moving
lot of
fast?
squats.
Am I moving in fast motion
No.
or what?
You're doing squats.
No, it's just like restarting. It's restarting the loop every half second, so it looks like
Yeah.
you're moving fast.
Glitch, glitch, glitch.
But it's a good beat, and you can dance to it.
Seriously?
Oh, now we went into slow motion. Check it out.
Oh yeah, look, I'm way over. I'm in front of my computer right now.
To us, you ain't.
That's funny.
Jess,
Yes, ma'am.
Hobby Lobby generally 30% off.
No,
Who
I'm
what
over
is
here.
30% off?
Hobby Lobby.
There he is.
I'm over here.
Yes.
I'm over here. What's going on?
Howdy, Bob.
Bob.
Haven't seen you in a while, Bob.
Bob Lee. What have you
going
been
on?
up to?
Oh, Bob.
He's on hol- he's always, you know, it's that whole retirement thing, right? He's traveling. He's spend time with his wife, and all that. Weird
If I
thing
know
you're supposed
Bob,
to
he's
do.
in the garage or in his workshop. He's been building a lot of stuff. I follow his stuff on Facebook. I don't get the chance to chat as much as I used to, but
Oh, Dale, Dale, if you're still here, I have a question for you. Are you Highlander or Lowlander?
I think he's a Highlander.
there could only be one.
That's what I was going to go with. There can only be one. He's the only Scottish man I know in Highlands, and
I know a few people over in Scotland, but don't know the towns that they're in. Except for one.
apparently-
One is in Inverary, so I don't know if that's Highland or Lowland, but
I know I'm supposed to be part owner of the castle over there, the Murray Castle, Murray Lowland Castle,
Murray?
Murray. There's two different Murray clans. One has a mermaid on their shield and on their crest, and I can't remember what the other one has, but the different tartans too. But we're the mermaid Murrays.
Well, I has a
We're
swan.
seafarers, and apparently they used to go up in the Highlands, steal the sheep, and bring them down, and put them on the boats and sell them.
Well, mine's a swan, so not a whole heck of a lot better.
That's on my Murray shield. That's on my mother's side. My father's side, cousins. We got 3 martlets. That's it. Birds with no feet. Apparently
They don't need them anyway.
Apparently, all they ever do is fly because they travel around. That's all a martlet does. Martlets never land anywhere and never set any roots. I don't know. I've been here for 15, 16 years now. Well, Bob, that's not the kind of project we're talking about working on.
Where'd it go?
Yeah, that's man.
A little bit of electrolysis will fix you right up there, eh? I know you know electricity. You can fix that right up.
Man, if that don't work, I got a rubber hammer. Pro tip: go for the white rubber hammer. It doesn't leave black skid marks on their forehead.
The
I
big
call it
package
my-
you got there, Jeff.
I call it my light duty attitude adjustment device.
Look, I also got a wire boot brush. What do we need a wire boot brush for? Like a wire boot brush.
Let me tell you, I've got one of those that I use specifically for fence boards. You get old cedar fence boards or what have you, and you're using them in a project. That wire brush will clean out all the dirt and everything out of the grain, and it works better than sandpaper. But you'll
Oh,
end up with like a sanded finish.
That's why I have it. That's why-
Perfect.
no,
It's beautiful, man.
I picked it up for when I was torching my wood. So I would torch the wood first,
Ouch.
burn it, and no, like burn the wood with the
Mhm.
torch, and then I would clean it off with the wire brush. That's what it's for. It accentuates the grain so
Mhm.
nice.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
well, that's good, Bob. They're telling them they got it early, so
Good deal.
that's good.
Good deal. I tell you, man, we're all little Ford Pintos just falling apart in the driveway of life. I lost my
That's
bumper
right.
years ago and still don't know where it went.
Hey, I had a Ford Pinto once upon a time.
Yeah. Had being the operative word in the phrase.
This is so funny. My little brother borrowed it from our dad.
Pinto's
He
just-
wrapped it 3 times in 1 week.
Mm,
He wrapped it around the tree. It dented the car, but the car it ran. So I mean, that did tell you that it was a little bit tough for a little tiny
Yeah.
car. And every time it happened, he was drunk and he swore up and down that the tree ran out in the road in front of him.
yeah, that'll happen.
of course. Yeah.
So my dad was like, "Here, you need an old beater to learn to drive in." He said, "Just drive this until you'll." And it was a manual. I do not have the brain capacity to drive a manual. I tried. I don't have the coordination. It takes coordination to drive a standard. I popped a wheelie in that Pinto. My dad said it's the first time he'd ever had a wheelie popped in a car. And he was just like, yeah. He said, maybe we should go with an automatic. I was like, fine, come and take it because I've got nothing to do. If I can't drive it, there's nothing happening here.
Yeah.
We went to drive that car home and it literally fell apart in pieces between my house and the junkyard.
Well, you've just kind of proved my point,
And I was just like, well, I ain't going to buy a Ford. And then I got a Chevette, which wasn't much better.
That's kind of one step to the side. Yeah.
But I paid $900 for that car and I drove it for 8 years.
Mhm.
Now, granted, we was working on it every single week.
Yeah.
But I got the money out of it. And I mean, through blizzards, I drove that car home. Everybody said, oh, you can't make it home. I said, watch me. I've got kids.
Mhm.
I'm going to make it home. Made it home through 2 blizzards with it.
Well, Linda got a
Didn't have an air conditioner.
Jeep Liberty. She drove it off the lot with 25 miles on it, and she put 12 of those miles on it on the test drive. She bought it brand new in 2004, and in January, that got passed down to our youngest granddaughter when we bought Linda a new car.
Oh,
It's got 250,000 miles on it, and it's an A to B car. She drives it to work, she drives it to go shopping and things like that, but she's got wheels. And I'm telling you, the look on that kid's face when we took her out and handed her the keys, she was
Oh,
just
yeah.
like, oh my God.
I've been tickled to death. I worked one entire summer rebuilding an old Pontiac Grand Prix.
Mm-hmm.
And with the understanding, when I got done with it, it was going to be my graduation present.
Yeah.
Got done with it. My dad gave my little brother the key.
Oh man.
And he's like, women don't need to drive. And I was just like, yeah, that made me mad. I put many, many hours in that car.
Women don't need to drive until it's your ass they got to take to the hospital.
That's exactly what I told him one day. I was bringing him home from the hospital. We was at a stoplight. And I just looked at him. He said, what? I said, glad I can drive now. Well, my thinking has been adjusted. I said, your thinking needed to be adjusted. As far as my dad was concerned, women were supposed to be at home, pregnant, and in the kitchen.
Well, you can be all that and have a driver's license, Annie.
Yeah, I have been. I have been. Perfectly happy with it. But, sometimes you need to leave the house.
I think I just cheesed off half of your viewership, John, but
No.
I'll
Hey,
see
there is
myself
nothing
out if
between
necessary.
housewife and mother. I mean, if if things had been different, I would have liked to have been a stay-at-home mom. But with the economy, what's been,
Yeah.
there was just no way. And we go at it as a team, 50-50.
Got to.
It's just a partnership.
Well, I did it smart. I married a woman that ended up having 2 pensions. So,
Hey, yeah. Well, the only thing is now I'm trying to slow him down because he won't quit.
well, I do the YouTube thing, and we're both on Social Security. She's got a military pension and a civil service pension, and we're not rich by any stretch of the imagination. But you know what? I'm very content. I'm very happy with what we've got. The only debt we have is the car and the house. Everything else is paid off. We don't have to wonder where our next meal is coming from. And, you know, we can eat where we want, when we want, and not be a hardship, you know?
That's where we're at. The only debt we have is the car, and utilities and such.
Mhm. Yeah, we have our normal monthly utilities, yeah. But credit cards are all paid off.
Well,
And-
he sold stock. He worked at a company, and every year, every employee, the owner of the company is the same guy I was talking about that made the T-shirts.
Uh-huh.
His husband worked for him for like 12 years. Every year at Christmas, every employee got 5 shares of stock.
Yeah.
In the company. He said they're working for them now. They want to be
Well, hello, sunshine.
their part owner,
Yeah.
which is a good attitude to have. But when he sold the company, he bought back all the stock from the employees. So he took half of that, paid down on the house. The other half we remodeled what we wanted on the house, and then had some in the bank. When his dad passed away, he left him $10,000.
Mhm.
And where his brother and sister went out and went crazy, shopping, trips, we paid the house off.
Yeah.
Because we figured, he was like, what do you want to do with it? And I said, I want the house paid off.
Yep.
So
Well,
we had
yeah,
30
Priorities.
that we paid off in 14 years.
Yep.
But without those windfalls, it would have took us a lot longer. So
Yeah.
we had that.
Well, if you can make one extra mortgage payment per year and apply that mortgage payment to the principal of the loan, you have effectively turned a 30-year mortgage to a 17-year mortgage because
And
you
the
will
bank
pay
was
it off that
great.
much faster.
Well, he took that 10,000. That's what we did was put it towards the principal.
Yeah.
And the bank's like, oh, he said, most people don't know that. And I said, well, most people probably don't read as much as I do.
Right.
it's like because I want to improve our life, so we're going to do this. But yeah, I mean, we've worked hard. We don't have much, but what we got, we worked for, and it's ours.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm very content. I'm very happy with where I am.
Now, if I could just hire somebody to clean my craft room.
I'm telling you, a clean craft room is a sign of idle hands. You know,
Well, see, that's
it's a
what
work
it is.
in progress.
I start working on different projects, and things get put there, but not put back where they go,
Well, yeah,
and then you end up with a mess.
yeah, but everything is
Gone too long.
right where you left it and easy to find.
Last
what
time I kid
That's
you
what I
not,
tell myself anyway.
my sister said that she was bored and she needed something to do, and I said, I got $25 if you'll come down here and clean my craft room. Down, she said, sit in a chair, talk to me. And I sat in the chair and talked to her, and oh, great, Jeanette. But yeah, and she is so good at organizing. She should have had a company doing that for people. Because she's a fantastic housekeeper, and she can just organize anything and make it look good. I do not have that capability.
My brother and I one year decided to do my grandfather a favor, and we went in and we cleaned up his workbench.
How mad did he get?
6 months later, he was calling us to ask us where the hell we put this or that or the other.
Yeah.
That man couldn't find nothing.
That is one of the reasons my husband is not allowed to touch my craft room or my desk. I was like,
Oh.
if you want me to be able to put hands on something you want, I said, do not touch nothing on my desk.
We did it logically. He had a drawer for screwdrivers. That's where all the screwdrivers went. He had a drawer for pliers. That's where all the pliers went. And he'd call us up. Where'd you put this screwdriver? It's in your screwdriver drawer. He'd open it up, rummage through. Okay, there it is. Well, you guys hid everything on me. I said, no, we put it back where you set it up. You set up the organization.
Like my dad go looking for a tool, and my husband is the same way. We've had the same conversation.
Mhm.
But he'd be going like, somebody stole my screwdriver. And I was like,
Yeah.
yep, they came in here, looked at all this really expensive equipment and stole
That's
one
all they took. Yep. That's all they took.
My husband would do the same thing. It's like, somebody steals, like, why would they steal? I said, all of the electronics in this house, and they're going to steal one particular screwdriver, nothing else. Well, maybe that's all they needed.
Well, some of them are expensive.
Hilarious. Jeanette, the straight needles, I only use very short ones, like 6 inches. Because the longer ones hurt my wrist. But I do love my circular needles, and I got a bunch of them. If I'd known you needed knitting needles, I could have fixed you right up.
That's the main problem with having this is I can't run power tools because the pain meds don't make me high or anything, but they make me just lightheaded enough
That
where
you
I don't
feel safe.
I don't trust myself, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm right-handed, and that's where the shingles is, and I really can't control it.
What, honey?
It does what it wants to do when it wants to do it. So I've got to make Linda a box for her longer knitting needles. I got a nice piece of canary wood that I was going to use to make it, and I can't go out there and do it. It's cheesing me off big time.
It'll get there. I know Delma used to, because hers was on her right shoulder,
Mhm.
like yours is, I guess. And all of her fame, because she was the receptionist at the office, and
Mhm.
everything was to the right side of the desk because she's a right-handed person.
Yep.
And she'd have to come in and move everything to the left side
Oh,
so she could use her left arm for everything because it hurt her so much to use her right one.
Yep.
I used to feel so bad. I just said, I love that woman. I'm telling you, her last name was Beach. And everybody's like, oh, yeah, so you don't want to talk to her. She's hateful. And I was like, really? And they're like, oh, yeah, she's a bitch. And I said, oh, well, she ain't got nothing on me. However, her nicest person in the world.
Yeah, because nobody talks to her.
Well, she's always snappish. I said, she's in pain. Yeah, you snap. Plus, some of them come in there with the stupidest questions. I'm sorry. I have no time for stupid questions. And I don't think any question is a stupid question if you're trying to learn. But when it's just you're too lazy to figure it out on your own.
Yeah.
And it's something that you have access to that you can answer for yourself, but you're so lazy you want somebody to do it for you.
Yeah. Yep. These are the people that don't realize Google exists.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she gets so aggravated. And she didn't, her husband passed away. She didn't have any kids. She had a niece that she was real close with.
Mhm.
And when she passed away, because I'd stopped working in the office then, was working in the field. They never told any of us that she passed away.
Nice of them.
Like, walked in the office and there's I was like, well, where's Delmer? And oh, she died 3 months ago. And I'm like, they didn't tell. Oh, yeah, everybody that worked in the field was mad because all of us liked her. It was just people in the office didn't get along with her because she was tired of doing their job.
Yeah.
And I didn't blame her for that. Jeanette, do you double points? Is that what you're? Because I have double points.
That's what Linda uses.
What you need, honey?
Linda uses double points for socks.
I am going to make. I've made one pair of socks in my life, and I'm going to. I'm determined that I'm going to make another pair of socks. I don't wear socks, so it's never been.
It's basically a joke around here. Linda has a project wherever we go. I cannot tell you how many pairs of socks she has knitted sitting in waiting rooms or doctor's
Oh, yeah.
offices or dentist offices or just riding in the car when we're on a trip. She's got to have a project. She's got to be doing
And
something.
socks are the perfect small project to take places like that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And what she does is she'll make several pairs of socks over the course of the year, and then she throws them in her Christmas box. And then she can go rummage through and say, "Oh, okay, yeah, I'll give these socks to this person. I'll give that to that person, whatever."
Jeanette, do you use bamboo or metal?
Linda's hooked on the little plastic ones, little flexible plastic ones.
I have a pair of those. I got me a pair. I have not tried them yet because I was like really curious as to whether or not I would like them.
Mm-hmm. And she's got the circular needles that unscrew from the cable that holds them together. And you can put a little plastic end on it to keep whatever you're working on from sliding off if you need to.
The interchangeables.
And a whole bunch of different points for it.
I have one set of interchangeable. What size, Jeanette? And do you need sock yarn? Because I also have sock yarn.
What?
Well, yeah, I've compiled sock yarn over the years because I want to make socks again. Got to have the yarn to make the socks.
Somebody else.
Gregster.
Somebody else is in the shop today.
Size 3.
Hey, Mark.
Let me
Any-
look, Jeanette, and I'm pretty sure I have several sets.
Herb.
Yes, Greg.
Is he
Craig, what are you up to, buddy?
Well, I just got back from a funeral.
I heard him for a second.
Sorry.
Was it a funeral or was it a funeral?
It was a
Because I'm going to put the
celebration.
fun back in. I'm going to put the fun back in funeral at mine.
Well,
My
good
wa-
for you.
My wife's a bagpiper. She goes to funerals all the time.
I love to listen to the
Too
back.
bad you don't live close to Mark.
Well, you love bagpipes until you live with a piper.
No, I'd still love them. There's just something ethereal about bagpipes.
Mm-hmm.
They used to have a
All
Highland
day
gathering
long.
in the park in Selkirk here, and my buddy lived across the river,
Mm-hmm.
and he's up there on the roof, and he's putting shingles on his shop or his house or something, and he's getting madder and madder and trying to figure out what's going on. Like, why am I so aggravated here? And then he realized, that's those damn oatmeal savages across the river.
Oatmeal savage. I like that. I'm gonna wear that as a oatmeal savage. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
A friend of mine,
Bless
her
you.
husband, plays
Thank you.
bagpipes at funerals, and on Memorial Day, he always goes up on the large bridge where they live in North Dakota, and he plays the bagpipes all day up there.
On Memorial Day, there we have a big parade in the next town over, and Linda's band, they march in that parade, and then they do a couple of ceremonies. They do a ceremony on the Sunday, and then they do another ceremony on the Monday. On the Monday, we've got a Air Force base about 60 miles from us. They get a flyby, and then there's 3 other cemeteries that she plays at, that the band plays at. Then Linda goes up to the Eagle Point National Cemetery where my mom, my dad, and my uncle are, and she plays up there in front of their graves for a little while. So it's a big thing. She's gone all day. I go with her when I can.
Very in demand in North Carolina because evidently there's not a lot of bagpipe players North Dakota. There's not a lot of bagpipe players up there.
It kind of surprises me that close to the Canadian border.
You'd think.
The Norwegians, they don't play the pipes.
But she's a sax player. She's in a band. She plays sax. And I was like, well, I said, you're both windy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Every civilization has had one form or another of bagpipe. They haven't kept it. Not all of them have kept it, but just about every civilization has had bagpipes in one form or another.
I mean, I can hear bagpipes, and it just puts chills down my spine. I love listening to it.
You would get over that real quick if you lived with a piper.
I don't think so. Everybody said that when my son was learning to play the French horn,
Mm-hmm.
but once he got really good on it,
Mm-hmm.
and I could just sit and listen to him play all day long.
Well, pipes are like the violin. You have to practice to be lousy.
Yeah.
So that's what gets you after a while. It's, a guitarist will tune up his guitar for 10 minutes to play a 4-hour gig, where a piper will tune for 4 hours to play a 10-minute gig. So
I guess, I mean, I have no musical inclinations other than to play the radio.
yeah, that's me. The only thing I play is the stereo.
Jeanette, any preference on color for the sock yarn? Because I think I have blue, black,
Oh, what are we doing?
multicolor. I might
What's
have some
going
white.
on here.
Okay,
What have we
get my
got?
chair.
Okay, I'm getting Paige to go into another video chat with some of my channel members. Somebody's got a question. So I'm going to duck out for a little while, give somebody else a chance. And if you're still on,
All right, Mark.
huh?
Thanks a lot for being here.
Yeah, always have
Good
fun
seeing
with
you, Mark.
always have fun with you guys.
You don't have to leave on my account. Just let
I'm
I
not
come in.
leaving on your account. I'm leaving because,
You got another account.
yep, I got a no account.
Okay, Jeanette.
All right, I'll catch y'all later. Thank you for having me, John.
Thanks, Mark, for dropping by.
Okay, so I got to get Jeanette fixed up with double points and sock yarn. Both of
Ooh.
them. Greg,
Wow.
did you get horse yet?
Oh,
No, I've been too busy fixing other crap that needs to be fixed, like the toilet, like whatever, the wife's car.
Is it that time of year? You're like, I know ours we had to fix. My husband had to go fix my sister's. 4 or 5 of my friends was having problems with theirs.
Must be.
Ours was, I swear, it's not even been 6 months since we changed the guts on that toilet. And that flapper was already worn out. I don't think they make anything to last anymore.
Nope.
They don't.
I was saying, the friends there, what I consider my new house, or Karen and our new house, we built it in '93 on the same property that the old house is on, and then we tore the old house down. And so now on my new house, I replaced the furnace, the air conditioning, the well pump, the septic pump, the roof, like the shingles, the central vac unit, and we just did the windows a couple of weeks ago. That's a new house. Well, it's new again now.
It's a third new house.
Yeah.
That is one thing we were telling our son. He was like, because he's probably next year going to start looking for a house. But I was like, remember, house, you have to do the upkeep. You have to fix anything that breaks. Where if you're renting, the landlord has to fix it. So keep that in mind. I say, because home ownership there's still a lot of work there. And luckily, I have a very handy husband who's taught me a lot about just doing the things around, that most people would have to a repairman for. I know how to fix because he's taught me how to fix. Mostly because I was there hanging over his shoulder while he was fixing something because I wanted to learn how to do it myself. But, you know, a little more knowledge.
Yeah. Well, the light in the fridge burnt out, and yeah, just stuff like that. It just some of it is just minor, but the older I get, the more it bugs me.
I had a friend of mine, the light blew out in theirs, and instead of her husband, and theirs is a relatively new fridge, basically reach back there, change the bulb. It wasn't that, it would be that hard. So he went and got one of those touch lights that run on batteries and stuck it in there. He said, there, just touch it when you get in your light. I said, just change the bulb. Oh, I can't get my arms back there. And I just looked at her. I said, you have the bulb? And I changed the bulb. And she goes, well, I could have done that. And I said, then why didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh, I believe it, Jeanette. We're going to get you there. And I'm telling you, you're out working all the rest of us when it comes to hats. Every place I go, I've got one. What you making hats for? And I tell them why I'm making hats. I ran into a girl I went to high school with, I graduated with, and she was looking at yarn and said that she hadn't crocheted for years. So I got her fixed up with a hook and some yarn and told her to get hold of some channels to watch because she wants to get into it. And she said once she gets good at it, she'll start making hats. She wants to make
That's called enabling.
Hey, there's no point in having knowledge if you don't share it with somebody.
Well, I understand that, but the thing is you're starting to get somebody addicted to something that they don't know if they want to get addicted to.
Well, she's my age. Her kids are all
Here, try it. First pattern's free. First pattern's free. Just try it. Here's a ball of yarn for you.
Well, she had all these crazy books. I was like, "Come, save yourself some money, put them back, and just get on YouTube." Especially until you find out if it's something you're going to like or not. So yeah, I talk to her on Facebook all the time, but I hadn't seen her face to face since 1985. So it's been a while. But I knew her as soon as I seen her, we recognized each other.
What could have been worse? Could have been like, oh, it's you.
Nah. She was one of the cheerleading clique. I was just one of them strange people. Didn't matter what clique it was, I fit right in. Just because I'm a nice and friendly person.
Well, you say that to us, but we can't deny it.
Well, you can't deny it because it's true.
No, okay, we didn't know you back then.
Evidently,
changed.
The little blurbs you say, what's your favorite memory of me? And evidently, I was a lot nicer in high school than I thought I was.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, you're helpful. You always had a book. You'd help anybody with their homework. You drop whatever you was doing to help somebody else. And I'm like, man, I've been this way my whole life.
Who are you talking about again?
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
I am one of them people. I will give and give and give, but I never ask. I get that all the time from friends. Why don't you ask us for help when you need it? And I was like, because I just figure it out and do it on my own. That's just me.
It's just easier.
I've never been comfortable asking somebody else, even though I know they wouldn't mind. I have a real hard time asking somebody to do something for me, rather than just figuring it out and doing it on my own.
Well, there's a difference between asking for help and asking for knowledge, right?
Yeah, well, it's the help that bothers me. Is that a kit for a motorcycle?
Yep.
Cool.
I printed it on my 3D printer.
Oh, I didn't realize you could print models.
Yep.
Oh, how cool.
You can print everything.
everything and anything you can think of. And what you can't think of, you think it up and you draw it out, and away you go.
I swear I'm
Yeah.
going to get a little 3D print of Bill with a lawnmower.
And with the capabilities of metal printing, you can print like actual tools and gears and stuff too.
Oh, cool. Horse trailer?
No, it's a camper trailer. They were
Oh,
called
okay.
bowlers.
Oh, I actually remember those.
A guy in Winnipeg, just down the road from here, he invented them. He owned a septic tank making company, and that's what they were. It's a modified septic tank, fiberglass septic tank.
I never knew that.
I mean, if you think about
What was that, Annie?
I said, if you think about the shape of them,
Yeah. Yeah, he's making septic tanks out of fiberglass and selling them. And then he sees, hey, this would make a camper.
I could cut windows in this and put a hitch on it.
Yeah. And they sold all over North America.
When I was a kid, when we left here, I think I was 5. We left here to strike out west. My dad was chasing the trucking companies. It was late 60s, well, I guess early 70s. And 9 people, a German Shepherd, and 2 poodles in a station wagon. He built a trailer from scratch. All he had was like the metal frame for it.
Mhm.
And he built it out of plywood. And we hauled that thing from here to Arizona, New Mexico. And then we went from New Mexico, we went all the way up to Idaho and then came back across, So he wanted us to see all of the states that we could, but he refused to take us to California or New York. It's 2
Yeah,
places
it's raining out.
he refused to take us.
Did I break? Am I broken?
And that thing lasted, I think I was in my early 20s when it fell apart.
Mhm.
They don't make plywood like that no more.
I'll be back. I gotta go get some coffee.
Okay.
It's my shop tortoise.
Bring me some too. I just want it black.
Oh, cool.
That's the only way to drink it.
Dandelion. Are you hungry?
My shop tortoise came in. It's starting to rain outside though. I take them back in.
Is it rain good? Welcome back, Jess. I got Velcro dog here at my feet. There's another storm coming. He does not venture far from my side for a big old burly dog. That thunder hits and his eyes just go the size of saucers and he's looking at you like, what was that? I know, Jeanette. I was very happy that everybody jumped on board for you. And it's a good cause. Take the t-shirt off and go put a tank top on. That humidity.
Gotta find
What?
gherkin.
What'd you say?
I gotta find gherkin.
Your gherkin?
Yeah, I gotta find my other tortoise. No, there she is.
My gherkins are in the fridge.
We'll say mine are too.
They're hiding in the backyard.
Mhm. Oh,
When it
Bob
rains,
Lee was-
Jeez.
it rains, they want to dig holes.
Why is that, John?
What?
Why do they like to dig holes when it rains?
So they can bury themselves, stop from getting wet.
Well, they got shells. It's not like
Right.
they're wet. I know you said they have nerves in their shell. Does maybe the pounding rain on it hurt them?
Oh,
Because they're actually digging down to make themselves warmer.
Yes, that's what I sing to Anthony when I want to him. It works. Doesn't help motivate me at all, though.
There we go.
Sorry, Annie,
Taking
there's
all
only
these
enough
walking.
in there for one cup, but I'm making another pot.
All righty. Now, Jeanette, if people start sending them to me instead of you, I'm not going to open them. I'm going to bring them to you sealed.
Okay, let's try another pattern.
So how's everybody doing out there? What's everybody up to? What's going on?
I'm
6
very-
feet.
I'm sitting here very paranoidly watching the trees sway back and forth in this wind. Wonder which one's the next one going to fall.
Trying to figure out what I want for dinner tonight.
Oh, dinner's done over for me. Done over, kitchen clean. Well, the dishes are in the dishwasher. It's partially cleaned.
I'll tell you what I'd like to have, and I wouldn't even dare to eat them. There's some brats in there in the icebox.
Some what?
Brats.
Y'all remember the Neapolitan
Ice
coconut
cream?
used to be able to get? Found Bill some of those at Hobby Lobby and got him some for his lunch. Laid them on the table and he goes, "Oh my God!" He said, "Where have you found these? I haven't seen them freaking." Man's crazy for coconut. I can take it or leave it. I like coconut. I don't hate it, but I don't go out of my way to eat it either.
Oh, I think we're just gonna have some ground up hamburger.
Gravy. Oh yeah, Jeanette, I hit with that last night. And we're supposed to get it again tonight, evidently. I thought it was going to be nice today and tomorrow and get it again on Monday, but they moved it.
They moved the weather on you?
Well, they said the system didn't move out as fast as they thought it was going to.
I think we're fixing to get hit with some of that crap.
Oh, that sounds pretty, Chris. Chris is working on this week's dishcloth with sunflower in a circle.
Oh, somebody sent me a message and I didn't see it. Oh, never mind. I did see it. Come on, bring it up. Holy moly, we fixing to get hit with it.
No, my legs are killing me. Too much walking today.
Sit down, relax for a bit. Looks like you need a Sprite.
Too much walking, man. Dying over here. But you know what?
I did enough walking Friday.
It's supper time. I'm gonna go in and grab probably about. Hold on a sec. Let me change this over. There's some more cleaning to do, but probably 2 hours. Start up again in about 2 hours. You want to come back on, Greg?
I'm going to be busy.
I'll be back.
Of course you
Right.
will.
Well, then again, I might not be. Send,
No,
send me
good.
a link.
All right. I will.
No, I'm right here.
Jessica's here, Jeanette. There she is. I'm sure she's got one more question for you. What? You're overwhelmed with everyone's help?
Except
Oh,
the site was muted, so
because they're happy tears.
I'm like, everybody's so quiet. Well, everybody's so quiet because I had StreamYard muted.
It's hot now. I gotta turn my furnace off now.
Oh, here, I fixed it.
Oh, that's so much better.
Open a window, open a door.
I just had the garage door open. It's raining out now.
Yeah, but that's
Oh,
what
dude,
kids
you'll
do
make
there.
a jacket.
We went from 97 degrees to 37 degrees in a few days.
Yeah, I noticed that because you were warmer than me, and then suddenly you were back down to 30s again.
Yep.
They're saying that we're actually going to have snow this coming weekend in the mountains here.
Shut up.
Shoe and Winter Place, yeah.
Unreal.
That's
I know.
gross.
I have actually seen snow where I live in May here.
We usually get snow like May long weekend here, or at least frost. But we've seen snow in August.
Well, no, I've
Yeah.
never seen snow in August here. But
We get
Like
snow
that
into
stuff in
June
August.
sometimes.
Yeah,
It doesn't last but a few hours, but you know,
it's
still
still
snow
snowing.
in June.
All right. Well, I want to thank all my members and my subscribers that come in for us. I never even mentioned that the whole show, Jessica. Oh, see, look at that. See, you type something in. You met 17 months. Really, 17 months? That's over a year and a half. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Well, if there's 12 months in a year,
almost a year and a half.
It's over a year and a half. Yeah,
Almost.
whatever. Never mind. Never mind.
Yeah, well,
I need 18.
a year and 5
No.
months.
Yeah, Chris, we're actually just leaving now. But we'll be back on later tonight, though. See if you can join us later tonight, though. Yeah, see if you can join us later tonight. We'll see how that works.
All right, later on, everybody.
Well, I'm gonna go hang out.
Thank you for joining us. Take care. Have fun. We'll see you later tonight. All right. And
Thanks for having me,
All
John.
right.
see you later.